I should first of all deliver the greetings from our country, from His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, and the First Secretary of ZANU-PF, the ruling party, Comrade Emerson Dambozo Mnangagwa, and the people of Zimbabwe in general.
Bene cyubahiro mwese bubahwa mwese mu byubahiro byanyu. Bubahwa mwese mu byubahiro byanyu duhereye kuri nyiri cyubahiro umutambukanyi w'umukuru w'igihugu. Twagomba imbere yo gushikiriza ijambo tubashikirize intasho za nyiri cyubahiro umukuru w'igihugu cya Zimbabwe Emerson Mnangagwa, akaba kandi n'umunyamabanga wa mbere w'umugambwe ZANU-PF urongoye igihugu cya Zimbabwe. Eka kandi tubashikirije intasho z'abenegihugu bose bo muri Zimbabwe.
Your Excellency, let me start by thanking you and the Cndd-Fdd political party for inviting ZANU-PF War Veterans League to attend your esteemed November 22 conference. My delegation comprised of me, Douglas K, which stands for Ufakunesu Mahia, in my capacity as the political secretary for the War Veterans League. I also have with me Director of the War Veterans, Brigadier General Retired B. Nyati, and a Deputy Director, Comrade Ara Chirwa.
Mwubahwa nyir'iteka murongo w'umugambwe Cndd-Fdd, turi n'iteka ryo kubakengurukira kuba mwadutumiye mu birori by'iteka nk'ibi mwatunganije muri kuno kwezi kwa 11 umwaka wa 2020. Nagomba ndabyerekeze yuko twebwe tugize délégation. Iyi délégation igizwe na jewe sanzwe ndongoye ubuyobozi bukuru bw'umuhari w'abahoze ku rugamba bakomoka ku mugambwe ZANU-PF. Ndi kumwe kandi n'umudiregiteri ajejwe uno muhari ukomoka ku mugambwe ZANU-PF, akaba ari Brigadier General retraité yitwa Nyanki. Ndi kumwe kandi n'icegera cy'umudiregiteri Chirwa.
Your Excellency, as we gather here today, I am reminded that our two political parties, ZANU-PF, Cndd-Fdd, share a common historical background. Both parties fought protracted wars for the emancipation of our respective masses for various forms of suffering and inhuman treatment by colonialists and their surrogates. In our case, it was the colonial injustices that forced us to wage a successful war against the British colonialism. We won our independence in 1980.
Wagomba tumenyesha yuko imigambi yacu kwa ibiri mpereye ku mugambi Cndd-Fdd n'umugambi wacu ZANU-PF dufise byinshi duhurirako ku rugamba rwaturanze muri kahise. Abene bihugu byacu bahuye n'akarenganyo gashingiye ku gikenye n'agasuzuguro. Tukaba rero twagwanye intambara ndende kandi ndende cyane kugira ngo dushobore gukura mu kagari n'agakengere abenegihugu bacu kugira ngo bashobore kwitunganiriza ibyabo. Kubitwerekeye twebwe muri ZANU-PF kubera ako gakengere n'akagaye k'abakoroni b'Abongereza twaragwanye intambara ndende tukaba twashitse ku ntara yo kwikukira mu 1980.
Yes, despite the past suffering resulting from these injustices and subjugation, we remain resolute, focused, and to ensure total social, economic, and political emancipation for our masses. As what the Deputy Secretary General said in our earlier discussion, it is the past injustices that transformed us into war veterans, nationalists, and revolutionaries that we are today.
Nivyo, naho habaye imibabaro myinshi itewe naho karenganyo k'abakoroni n'agasuzuguro n'akagaye baduteye, tuguma duhagaze manga kugira ngo dushire mu ngiro urugamba wo kuganzura bwo gutuma bene igihugu bacu biganzura intwaro y'abakoroni, dushobore kwitunganiriza ibyacu haba mu by'ubutunzi n'ibya politiki. Nk'uko rero twabiyaze n'icegira cyane nkubahwa, turi icyo turi kubera twahagurutse turagwanya ako gagaye n'agakengera. Uyu munsi turi abanationaliste, uyu munsi turi abarevolutionnaire, duhagarariye ivyumviro vy'impinduramatwara bituma abenegihugu babaho neza.
Your Excellency, my delegation listened attentively to your wise counsel during your opening address on 16 November 2022, when you challenged members of Cndd-Fdd party to uphold peace and work hard for economic development of the country. It is the same in our country, Zimbabwe.
Mwubahwa murongoye mugambwe, twarumvise twe tugize délégation impanuro mwatanze kuri wa munsi mwatanguza iyindwi hari umugwanyi, aho mwatanze impanuro zidasanzwe ko abarundi bose n'abagumyabanga babwiza guhagarara amahoro n'umutekano no gukomeza ibikorwa kugira ngo dukomeze ico twahabiye. Natwebwe rero niyo ngendo twafashe iwacu muri Zimbabwe.
The First Secretary of ZANU-PF, Comrade President E.D. Mnangagwa, who is also our sole candidate for the general elections in 2023, introduced a 5-year development plan running up to the year 2030. This plan is an initiative to see the country attaining a middle-income society by 2030. This vision needs unity of purpose for it to bear fruit.
Umunyamabanga wa mbere wa ZANU-PF akaba ari nyacubahiro arongoye igihugu cya Zimbabwe, yaratanguje umugambi uhambaye w'imyaka 10 w'ibiringo 2022 ikiringo cy'imyaka 5. Uwo mugambi ukaba uzoshika muri 2030. Nyene cubahiro Mnangagwa akaba kandi n'umukandida wacu mu matora azoba muri 2023, yifuza gukura igihugu cya Zimbabwe mu bihugu bikenye bikaja mu bihugu biri mu nzira y'iterambere.
In the same vein, your invitation for ZANU-PF War Veterans League to attend this conference was more apt, as ZANU-PF is working towards establishing sound economic political ties with the progressive political parties and countries like Burundi. The re-engagement drive followed almost 2 decades of economic isolation as a result of illegal, unjustified economic sanctions imposed against Zimbabwe by the West.
Ibyo tubuze kugira ngo bishoboke bisaba ubumwe no gufatana mu nda kugira ngo dushobore kubishikako. Ni muri iyo ntumbero rero ubutumire bwanyu bwaje hageze kuri umuhari wacu w'abarwanye bo muri ZANU-PF, kuko twarafashe icyemezo, cyo cyemezo cyafashwe nyina n'icubahiro Emerson Mnangagwa ko tubwirizwa kunga ubucuti n'ubumwe n'imigambwe yarwanye mu bindi bihugu bya Afrika duhereye ku gihugu cy'u Burundi. Iki cyemezo twagifashe inyuma yaho tumaze imyaka irenga 20 turi mu bihano atansiguro bifise twafatiwe n'abakoroni.
At one time, we were all under sanctions. As we congratulate Cndd-Fdd for the removal of sanctions that were unjustifiably imposed against Burundi, I also humbly appeal to the ruling Cndd-Fdd government to continue supporting Zimbabwe and the ZANU-PF on its call for sanctions to be removed.
Turiko tukeza umugambwe Cndd-Fdd kubera ko n'Uburundi bwose mu rusangi kubera yuko ibihano mwari mwafatwa n'abakoroni atansiguro byaraye bikuweho. Tinatwebwe rero twagomba tubasabe mubandanye mutugirira ubuvugizi kugira ngo natwe ZANU-PF na Zimbabwe ivyo bihano by'akarengane badufatiye baze babidukureko.
It is quite unfortunate, ladies and gentlemen, that our erstwhile former colonizers continue to interfere with the African development in their bid to perpetuate imperialism. I therefore urge the war veterans in this country, Burundi, to remain vigilant as the enemy never retires, but continues to change strategies in an attempt to subdue us as Africans. ROC, non-governmental organization, sponsored opposition political parties, and the social media have become modern day weapons for destabilization of governments by imperialism.
Birateye agahinda kubona abahoze arabakoroni bihugu byacu babandanya bivanga mu bibazo by'ibihugu bya Afrika kugira ngo babandanye umugambi mubisha wabo wo kudukandamiza mu kutuzana intwaro za duhuri. Ni naco gituma nagomba ntera kamo abarwanye bo mu gihugu cy'u Burundi ngo bandanye bubaka bagavye bahagarare magabo kuko umwansi ntawe yagiye. Ni naco gituma tubandanya turikanuye kuko uruhigi rwarahindukiye. Ivyo bikabonekera mu mashirahamwe avuga ko adaharanira ibyicaro bya politiki n'imigambwe imwe ivuga ko itavuga rumwe na leta, ku masponsor imfashanyo bahabwa n'abazungu eka n'imenyeshamakuru bimwe. Ivyo bikaba bikoreshwa nk'ibigwanisho bya none mu kubandanya bisambura ibihugu bya Afrika.
In our country, the party constitution, the ruling party constitution is very clear. The people of Zimbabwe acknowledge the role that was played by the fighters of the liberation struggle. And it is clear and it is stated that the war veterans remain the backbone of the party, the backbone of the people of Zimbabwe, upon which the party will continue to build itself.
Ati mu mategeko n'umwanyamugambwe iwacu muri ZANU-PF biratomoye ko abarwanye kugira ngo ubwigenge bugaruke bw'abantu ba Zimbabwe ko abo barwanye bahabwa iteka ryo kuba uruti rw'umugongo w'igihugu n'umugambwe ZANU-PF mu bikorwa byose umugambwe uri kurarambura abarwanye bari mu kibanza kibakwiye.
In view of the foregoing, war veterans must never retire from active politics. They shall forever remain custodians of the political parties, ideological and revolutionary principles. They are the backbone upon which respective nations must continue to grow themselves from time to time.
Kugira ngo ntiduhebe ico twahabiye nuko abarwanye aribo babwirizwa kubandanya ari urutare ibihugu byacu Zimbabwe n'Uburundi bibandanya kubakirako. Ni naco gituma naho basubiye mu buzima busanzwe babandanya ari icyitegererezo kandi umushinge w'inkingi za demokrasi n'inkingi zo gukomeza impinduramatwara kugira ngo abenegihugu babone baba mu buzima bwiza.
If the Burundian erstwhile enemy wants to destroy our government, I say our government because since I came here, I am Burundian. What they will start to do is to divide the war veterans in this leadership and then proceed with the plans to try and recolonize or neo-colonialized Burundi, we must remain united.
Icyo tubwiza kwibuka nukugoma dufatanye mu nda n'abarwanyi. Nimba hari umwansi ashaka gusambura igihugu n'umugambi Cndd-Fdd, nahandi azomenera azobanzi ace muri twebwe twarwanye aducemwe imice. Rero nicyo gituma tubandanya turikanuye kuko umwansi azohindura urugamba rwo kubandanya ducinyiza abanje kudutandukanya no kutugabura.
My delegation was therefore encouraged to observe the strategic role that war veterans play in the running of Cndd-Fdd party and government in Burundi. Indeed, the war veterans are the vanguard of the revolution and progressive ideology.
Jewe nabo twagendanye twaratangariye cyane uruhara nibanga abarugwanye amucu Burundi mufise mu gukomeza intwaro no gutsimbataza ingabo n'imigambi ya Cndd-Fdd na leta y'u Burundi ikomoka. Nico gituma rero abarugwanye ari mwebwe mucisho the vanguard, nimwe mucisho b'ivyumviro by'ihindura amatwara kugira ngo bibandanye by'imikara mu bihugu byacu.
I urge my fellow war veterans in Burundi to exploit their strategic position to cultivate and nurture patriotic, vigilant, and resilient populace ready to defend their national interests.
Nico gituma ndabinginze bavandimwe mwarugwanye ngo ico kibanza mufise mu kivyaza umusaruro kugira ngo ivyo vyiyumviro mubishire mu bene gihugu bose bumve ko babwirizwa kwamba bagavye kugira ngo bashobore kurwanira inyungu z'igihugu no gukingira igihugu.
Let us remind each other that Africa's modern warfare centers on economic emancipation of generality of citizens. We must therefore use our wartime mobilization acumen to rally the masses towards economic development. Our past weapons must now be turned into plowshares for economic development.
Rero arageze yaho twibutsanya yuko ibintu tugezemo kugira ngo ibihugu byacu n'abene gihugu bagire ubuzima bwiza, ni maka duhamagara abene gihugu bose kuja ku bikorwa byo kwiteza imbere. Nico gituma rero ibirwanisho twahora dukoresha muri cya kiringo c'urugamba tugwiza kubikoresha mu biringo bya none mu gukora ibikorwa by'iterambere kugira ngo twiteze imbere.
Once again, I thank you, Your Excellency, for inviting us. We look forward to continued warm relations between and among us. Together we stand, divided we fall. I've always cherished the African philosophy saying, I am because we are. Since we are, therefore I am. In that case, your motto, Turikumwe twese dirashoboka, is more appropriate. As ZANU-PF, we pledge our support to the Cndd-Fdd and Burundi. We shall be inviting you to Zimbabwe for exchange programs in future. Viva ZANU-PF and Cndd-Fdd unity. Viva. A luta continua. I thank you.